What's going on, brothers? Just let me tell you the name. Got a video for you. It's your entitled Bread or Buns. Here goes. So, over here in this space, we have a lot of sayings over here, right? We have a lot of concepts. Over here we have lockout, we have SYSBM, we have hostinized parasite dies, we have block ignore ghosts, but apparently the Gen Z young men came with something called bread or buns. And this right here is an example of the pendulum swinging in the other direction. And it was bound to happen. I'm saying again, brothers, it was bound to happen because these young men, they see these box vendors, they see these sperm toilets, they see these Jezebels on social media peddling extortion and peddling fraud as dating strategies. They see that. And they also understand that these trollops are moving the goalposts. You see, they don't have any standards for men that they're attracted to. But the men that they hate, they have standards for them. And when the men meet those standards, they just simply move the goalposts. Like, hi, you should have known better. Well, the young men came up with something called bread or buns. I ain't got a problem with it. I'm saying it again, brothers, I don't have a problem with that. You see, this notion, this psychopathic notion that men should just pay through the nose simply for being in the presence of a female, you know where they got that pathology from? They got that pathology from the Kardashians. That's where they got it from. So let's review, shall we? The casual misandry, the default disrespect that these trollops put out here in the real world, they got that from Mean Girls and John Tucker Must Die. But the notion that you're supposed to just pay through the nose simply because they're in your presence, they got that from the Kardashians. Because you see these trollops, these ditch pigs, and the single mothers who raised them, they raised them to be covetousness. Basically, they raised them to be jealous of other females. To want what trollops basically have on television. That's what it is. It's covetousness and it's envy that drives a lot of these trollops. And the problem with it, the problem with all that is that it's turning them into parasites. It's turning them into lazy, dishonest parasites. And you're seeing it live in 4K. You're seeing it with your own two eyes. And these Gen Z young men, they're seeing it too. That's why they're not playing the game anymore. That's why they had to come up with that concept of bread or buns. That's why they came up with that. The pendulum is swinging in the other direction, and I'm okay with that. And you brothers should be okay with it too. I'm gonna say it again, you brothers should be okay with it too, because let's be real, these codependent bitch-made simps, these hyenas and these punching bags who have no will and no dignity, they've let these trollops get away with a lot. They let them get away with fraud, usury, extortion. They let them get away with paternity fraud. They even let them get away with casual violence. Well, apparently that's coming to an end. That's coming to an end, and I'm okay with that. Because this goes all the way back to the law of reaping and sowing. If you plant bad seeds, you get a shitty harvest. What goes around comes around. We've come full circle. And these trollops can't stand it. Well, that's tough shit. That's too bad. But it's not what I think. How about you, brothers? Your thoughts on the subject? Let it around in the comment section. Hit me up. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut this video short. I want to enjoy the rest of this Sabbath day evening. So, yeah, there will be another installment of Snares and Traps. And there will be another installment of Video Show for Yourself. So those videos are in the works. Stay tight, brothers. GTN, L.O.M out.